All
right?
right.
We just know that our crew is like...
They basically screamed out that you're under attack, essentially.
Yeah.
Let's set the scene here. Again, forgive me because I have been flying by the seat of my pants lately. It is later in the day. Not quite night, but almost. Everyone is scrambling for weapons. Weapons they do have are scimitars, the occasional knife or axe to cut line. But everyone is preparing for something to happen. And the captain, this green dragonborn, what was the ship's name? It escapes me. First person.
Gull, I believe.
Green
The one we
Gull.
went on.
That sounds correct. Give yourself inspiration.
I thought it was the green gremlin.
Green Gremlin.
Green Gull, I think, is right.
Oh, okay.
Green. If it was the green gremlin, you best believe it would have goblins on it, and there are no goblins on this ship. I would never make such a grievous mistake,
Yeah.
even in my stupor. But Green Gull is good enough. Give yourself a point of inspiration, and you all begin to see, climbing over the edges of this ship, these fish-like humanoid creatures. Long tendrils coming off of their face. Blue skin that's near translucent that you can see muscle and sinuous fiber underneath their skin. Gills that flex as they get out trying to breathe air. Glowing green underneath their gills, dripping some sort of glowing liquid. And in clawed hands, long harpoons. I would like everyone to roll initiative, and I will continue to describe the scene. For the most part, what we're going to do is that there are several of these creatures on the boat. There are, I'm going to say, 5 that you will all need to take care of. This will be theater of the mind for simplicity's sake, since we don't have one of our players here.
That's 13 for me.
Okay.
Ooh! Starting off strong today with a nat 20.
Very good.
22.
Okay. Let's see what they get. They get... What's their bonus? Okay. So there are, like I said, 5 of these gentlemen. They are on the boat, and you know that you are seeing this crew fight them off. But 5 look like they are freely moving about without being accosted by the crew, and looks like they're coming for you 3. Luckily, what's that?
The crew isn't doing anything to stop them?
Like, the
They're-
5 are...
There are 5 that they can't stop because they're fighting
I see.
other ones.
I see. Okay, sorry.
Luckily for you all, or unluckily for you all, Zensika and the crow are below deck, very, very seasick. And there are these 5 here. Kaius, it is your turn.
And they all seem to be already up on the ship.
Correct. They have climbed over onto the ship.
Okay. Is there a crow's nest on this ship?
There is.
How high up is it? Could I get to it with a misty step?
Yes. I would say yes. It looks like the average height of a crow's nest on a ship is 24 feet. I believe Misty Step gives you 30 feet, so I would say yes. You could clear it with Misty Step.
Cool. I will Misty Step up into the crow's nest then.
Okay.
And then I will use Aldrich Blast, having 2 tentacles come down and whip at one of them.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. First one is 16.
That hits.
Second one is 15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice. Forgot what damage did for a second there.
If you have the agonizing blast, it should be, or like the empowered blast, it should be 1d10 plus your charisma.
I don't. I just have the regular.
Then just 2d10.
So 6 damage, and then 9 damage. So 15 force damage total.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll duck down behind the like walls of the crow's nest.
Yeah, you would have full cover behind there, because you're up in the crow's nest.
Nice.
Okay. It is now the Marrow's turn. He's modified Marrow. One that you hit is going to ready an action. And the other 2 are going to split themselves amongst Cora and Knud. So the first one is going to come up to Cora and try to bite and claw you. Bite is 16 to hit.
If it meets, it beats.
Yep, so that is 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it's going to use its claws to try to swipe at you as well. That is a 24 total to hit.
Okay.
That is another 10 slashing damage. Second Marrow is going to go after you as well. That is a total of 14. I don't think that hits.
Mm-hmm.
Then a 17 total to hit with the claws.
Okay.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the other 2 are going for Knud. Does a 15 hit you, Knud?
Yes.
Okay, so for its bite attack, take 5 piercing damage. Natural 20 on the claws. 2, 12 slashing damage on the claws. And then the second one is going to go after you as well. Natural 1. So big fumble, and then a 17 to hit with the claws.
Yep.
8 slashing damage, the claws. And now we are to Cora. There are 2 on you, 2 on Knud, and 1 looking towards the crow's nest.
Okay. I'm going to, Wolverine style, slam out spiky nails
Oh no.
on my knuckles,
Okay.
and then attack.
You could do that.
Right?
Yeah.
Me too.
Alright.
Your weird. Whatever.
The metal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so, first attack is a 19.
That hits.
And, sorry, I didn't specify this before, but can I do 1 attack on one and 1 attack on the other?
You certainly can if you'd like.
Okay. And second attack is 17.
They both hit.
Okay. So first one's damage is 11.
Okay.
Second one's damage is 9.
Okay, they're both there. They're both mad.
And then I would like to use my mobile feature to disengage and get a few feet away.
Okay, you certainly can.
Get out of range.
Well, you're on a ship, and it's not a very big ship.
Ooh, could I? Question. Because usually ships have like the main deck and then an upper level.
Mm-hmm.
Would you let me instead use a Kai point to double jump and jump up on the second level?
I would say, how much movement do you have?
A lot.
40 feet? Like you've got
Yeah.
like 40 or if you have 40 feet of movement, this again, it's not a huge ship. You're in kind of in the middle of the ship. You wouldn't need to use a key point to jump. You could just run up the stairs to get up to the second level.
It's not as thematic though.
I will let you do it without a Kai point because you
Okay,
could
thank you.
because you can physically move there. I'll allow you to do a flip.
Cool. She
Do it-
flips up
roll-
onto the upper deck.
Roll me an acrobatics check
Oh no, come on.
for shits and gigs.
You give me the opportunity to fail at that
Listen,
point.
all right. If you want to do it and just succeed, use a Kai point. If you want to risk it, you can do it for free, but roll an acrobatics check.
Okay, I'll do an acrobatics check because I have really good acrobatics.
She said foolishly.
That's not foolish. I got a 17 total, so
Yeah, you clear it, no problem.
fuck yeah.
If everyone wasn't, you're like, man, that was fucking cool. You look around, no one really sees it. Everyone's too busy trying not to.
Caius saw it. Caius is
He's-
up in the crow's nest. He sees everything.
He is ducked down in the crow's nest.
That's true.
He canonically said, "I duck down into the crow's nest."
God damn it.
So, it was super cool. Too bad everyone's trying not to die.
That's fine. Cora knows it's cool. That's all that matters.
Very good. All right, Nud, it is your turn. There are 2 marrow on you, and now there are 2 other marrow that don't have a target nearby.
I have a lot of options here. Yeah, I am just going to make like a little kind of horn cup thing with my hands like you do and blow
Okay.
through it. And in doing so, it's going to make a weird whale call sound. I want
Okay.
to cast Dissonant Whispers against the guy who cut me.
All right, he needs to make a save of some sort, I believe.
Wisdom. And I am,
He fails.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he fails. He rolled a flat 5.
All right. So that is 3d6 or 14 damage, psychic damage. And he needs to try to run as far away from me as possible, as quickly as possible, without hurting himself.
He jumps back into the ocean,
All right.
fully running away.
And I'm just going to hold up a free hand and flash a thumbs up at Cora.
Hey, didn't see the flip, but I bet it looked cool. Why don't you do it again and I'll applaud you.
I'm going to give her inspiration.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. It is the top of the round in that case. And it would be back up to Kaius. You're on mute, Kaius.
Sorry, I was
Worries.
muted. So I will just like peek over the side. I'm gonna hex the one that I hit before.
Okay. When you peek over, he had his ready action. He is going to try to harpoon you.
That's all right. Can I have half cover for, like, peeking over?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
He's like throwing harpoons.
Half cover adds 2 to your AC, right?
Ah.
I believe half cover adds 2 to your AC. Cover.
I think you're right.
A target with half cover has +2 bonus to their AC and dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
Okay, so does a total of 18 hit you with your new AC?
Yes, I will burn a shield scroll, though.
Okay. In
I
that
want
case,
paper to fly out from my side and, like, block the attack.
the harpoon comes out and he yanks it back, just pulling with him that piece of paper that blocked the attack.
Nice.
Okay. You may continue with your turn.
I will, again, like, whip him with 2 of the tendrils.
Okay.
First one's a nat 20.
Okay.
And then, the second one is a 14.
That does hit.
Oh, shit.
These are big fish people. They're not...
So the first one... 7, 9... 13... The first one is 18 force damage.
Okay.
From the crit, and the second one is 10 force damage.
Oof, he is looking very, very fucked up, like on death's door fucked up.
And then I will just pop back down into the crow's nest.
Okay. That will be their turn. So we've got the one that is very hurt. He's very, very hurt. Let's do a roll in the rolling chat. If it's low, he stays. If it's high, he'll run. He is going to run back into the ocean. So he jumps back off of the boat into the water. There are 3 now. One by Knud. So we'll have the one by Knud go first. He'll try to hit you with his multi-attack. Dirty 20 on the bite. And a... Oh. Okay, and then a 21 on the claws.
Oh. Nope.
Roll a 14 and a 15. 8 piercing damage on the bite. And 7 slashing damage on the claws.
Wee.
Okay, now these other 2 here. We're going to say one for sure goes after Cora. The other one, high or low, Knud?
Low.
All right. They're both going to go after Cora. She did attack both of them. You are closer, but they see that looks like that.
A whale whisper frightened him off.
Yeah, could be that. It could be that they think the other one's got you handled. Maybe they can't even see you past him, but they're going to both go after Cora. They can't quite get to her, so they're both going to make each their single ranged attack with their harpoons. So the first one is going to roll to try to get Cora. I don't think an 8 total hits Cora with the harpoon.
No.
The next one goes, I think a 22 is going to hit you, though.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to take damage, and then another thing will happen. You take 12 piercing damage. This harpoon goes into you. I need you to make a strength. Strength contest. It's a straight up strength off.
Okay. What am I rolling for?
A d20 plus your strength versus his d20 plus his strength.
I mean, like, for what?
Or he's going to pull you.
Oh, I'm with you now. Okay.
It's a harpoon.
17?
You do not succeed. You are pulled 20 feet towards the marrow, so you're within their range. So this one will say, yeah, they both get their bite attack on you. Now that you're within their range, they get multi-attack. We'll say only one gets it, because the one that just threw his harpoon at you. The other one ended his turn. It doesn't matter. He doesn't hit you anyway. So that will end their turn. It is now Cora's turn.
Get over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't.
But it's more of like a fishman voice, so it's not as scary.
Okay. Let's see, as an action. That sucks. Okay. I'm trying to decide the best route here. If I want to get away, do I have to try and pull this harpoon out?
I believe the wording on this is it just says like you must succeed in a strength contest to be pulled. I think that once that's done, it's done. I don't think it doesn't say you're restrained by the marrow. It just says that the harpoon pulls you. So I imagine that after it pulls you, the harpoon essentially comes loose from off of you. Like it just grips and grabs you.
Is there any place I could move to get them to where they're lined up? So if I spit my lightning, I could hit both of them?
You are surrounded by them on the upper deck of the boat, so the only way I could see you being able to line them up would be to jump to either side on either on the what I imagine the steering wheel is, or the helm of the ship is, or the other side, which is the railing leaning into the water. Because there's not a ton of room up here if you want to try to do that. But you can certainly... I'll tell you what. Roll me an acrobatics check. If you want to do it, roll me an acrobatics check, and then you'll actively do it. Or you can roll me an insight check to see if, you can do it.
Well, acrobatics is a dirty 20.
Yeah, you can do it. You basically will have to jump up and lean on the railing, but you could do it.
Okay, so I will do that.
All right.
And then spit lightning at them.
Okay, what do they need to do?
They can do a dex save to take half.
Okay. They have no bonuses to their dex. First one rolls a 15, and the second one rolled a 4.
The first one passed, I believe.
Okay.
And then damage, right? I need to clear that.
Damage. Yep. You just tell me the total, and then I'll have it for the first one.
12 total.
12 total. Okay, so the first one takes 6, and the other one takes 12. Okay, they are fucked up. I need you to roll me a D100.
In the chat?
Wherever.
Okay.
You want high.
61.
High enough. You singe the ship a little bit with the lightning, but it doesn't look like it caused any lasting damage.
Okay. And then
important damage.
That's good. And then is there any way I can I want to get away from them. I know there's more down at the bottom, right?
There is just the one. The crew is dealing with the other ones, but Knud has one on him. The other one, there's 2 on you, and there's 1 on Nud, and that's the other 2 that you had been fighting. Both jumped into the ocean. One because he got, scared to, and the other one because he was dying.
Okay. Then I'll use a Kai point to disengage and get back down to Nud.
Okay. Done.
That's it.
All right, Nud, it is now your turn.
I am going to look to the guy. No, I'm not going to do that. Since I'm in kind of bad shape, I'm going to do mass healing word.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to call out the name of a god. Ask for her blessing to heal us.
Which god?
Let's see. I'm gonna say... I'm gonna call on Sevet.
Roll me a D100. You still get all the healing word, but you're doing like a thing, so...
33.
33, okay. So noted.
To 6 creatures. So... Oh, Kaius, have you taken any hits?
He has not,
I
and
have not yet,
believe
no.
I don't believe you could see him either. Unless it's hearing.
Only that I can see. Alright, I guess it's just gonna be me and Cora then.
I mean, you could get some of the crew. They've been fighting too.
Yeah, that could
Sure,
help.
they'd appreciate it.
I can
Just
do
so
up to
you
her-
know,
I can do up to 4
just
of
so
them,
you know,
I'll throw it out there.
Cora's looking pretty damaged.
I'm gonna use my not persuasion. I'm gonna use my inspiration to an extra 1d8. Okay, so
Okay.
that's 13 points of healing.
Alright.
For who?
For you and me,
Oh,
You,
yay.
him, and then how many people does it affect total?
to 6.
Some of the crew looks mighty hardy. Begins to help push back the marrow. I will say that the next attack roll one of you makes on the marrow will be with advantage. Because some of the crew got healed. Maybe some of them help distract or attack with you or provide flanking for like your next attack. Just for thinking of the crew. Alright, you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna brace myself. I'm pretty sure I can't disengage from this guy effectively, so I'm just gonna stare him down like I'm not afraid of him.
Okay,
Give him.
so noted.
I'm just gonna mean mug him with my weird, hairless cat face.
Very good. That will then fall to Kaius, top of the round.
All right. I will peer up and look how many are left.
3, and they're all on your. One is on Nud specifically, and Cora's next to Nud, and the other 2 look like they're going to be coming down to join that fight.
Are they within like a block that I could cast something down and just like hit them if it was, I think it's a 10-foot square?
The 2 on the upper deck, yes, but not the one that is on Nud and Cora. Not without hitting like either Cora, Nud, and the crew, or the crew. But the 2 up top, like the top of the deck that are next to each other, like they're alone up there. You could get them for sure.
My Spellweaver gauntlets, does that only work with
Oh.
damaging spells, or can I use it with like like darkness and fog and things like that.
It would only work with damaging spells. It operates the same way that the Evocation Wizard feature works.
Okay. Then Cora said she's looking pretty bad. Okay, I'll just Eldritch Blast the one on Cora then.
Cool. So roll to hit.
And did you say I could do that with advantage? Or is that only the people in melee?
Yeah.
with them?
No, yeah, I would say like it's the next person, so I would say that I said that in a way to describe it like that it would be for melee, but like it's just that was just thematic. Like because Nud did a thing, I was like I'm gonna reward it so you can have advantage on one of the Eldritch Blasts.
Cool. All right. So I needed that advantage. First roll was a 3 and a 15, so 22
Yep, that hits.
on the first roll, and then the second roll is a 13 total.
That hits. That just hits.
Oh my gosh.
That is their AC.
So that one will take 12 force damage total.
Total? Okay. He's looking mad.
Alright, okay, so pop back down.
Alright. It is then their turn. I'm going to say the other two are going to jump down and join this fray. So one will go for Nud for sure, one will go for Cora for sure, and then we'll do another roll to see who that middle one goes towards. Nud is low, Cora's high. It's gonna go after. Well, two are gonna go after Cora. One is gonna go after Nud. Do Nud first. That is a 16 to hit with the bite.
Yep.
And a 11 to hit with the claws.
Does not hit.
Okay, so you take 11. No, that's not right. You take 9 piercing damage from the bite. Okay, and then the other ones are going to attack Cora. That is a flat. So that's 9 total. That doesn't hit Cora. 21 with the claws for that one.
Okay.
You take 9 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is going to go and attack again. The second one's going to attack. That is 18 for the bite.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, you take 10 piercing damage. And then that is a 17 with the claws.
Yeah, that's a hit too.
Okay. Another 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is now Cora's turn.
How many more are up here? Remind me.
There are 3 on you, too.
I can pick up Nud, can't I?
Can if you would like.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Nud by the back of his collar. And kind of like throw him up on my shoulder.
Okay.
And then I am going to jump back up onto the deck.
Okay.
And then with my action... there's a
Well,
reason
I
I'm
need
doing
to
that.
I need to see what picking up a creature counts as.
Okay.
Well, for the record, I'm 23 pounds.
That's why I wasn't super worried.
You're still a living creature.
Oh. Oh.
So It's gonna cost you an action. If he was unconscious, it would be an object interaction. But since he's not, he is conscious. He's a conscious creature. That's your action. But you can do all of what you said you wanted to do, with no movement penalty because he's so light.
Yeah. I needed my action though. Okay.
You could not do that, but yeah, like picking up and carrying a living creature, regardless of unless he was affected by the reduce spell. Like if he was affected by the reduce spell, I'd rule it as that's whatever. That's an object interaction at that point because it's so minuscule, or maybe a bonus action or something. But yeah,
Okay.
he's a full-sized creature.
I'll just forego the self-heal I was gonna do and just get us out of there. So yeah, I'll pick him up and move.
Okay. You're both on the upper deck. These Mare are getting pissed off. Back and forth, back and forth. It is now Nud's turn.
I'm on Cora's back now.
I suppose.
I put you on her shoulder, yes.
Okay. A little parrot.
And by the way, she's breathing heavily and not doing well.
Yeah. Feeling my my plea to Sevet, I'm gonna do another mass healing word on the two of us.
Roll me another religion.
Religion or a D100?
D100, sorry. It's for the religion thing. But
47 that time.
okay. I would like you to roll an extra D6, and everyone gets whatever that extra D6 is.
Alright. So we get 6 points of healing.
From your normal shit?
Just from the spell.
Okay, and then roll a D6.
6.
Everyone gets 12 points of healing then.
Nice.
You feel empowered. You don't know why.
Thank you.
And with that feeling of empowerment, I'm going to just going to kind of stage whisper to the little frogmen in front of us.
Looks like Sevet is with us today.
I'm going to cast Unsettling Words, which is a negative D8 use of inspiration. So the negative inspiration to them if they have to make a saving throw. Whichever one is closest.
Cool. You whatever you said unsettled them, but you can see that they don't necessarily understand what you're saying.
It's okay. Understood the meaning. And I'm
now it is Kaius' turn.
Cora.
Very good. It then falls to Kaius.
Alright. Seeing that my friends are in trouble as I pop back up, if I were to jump down from here, is there a way I could land in front of the marrow, like in between the marrow and my friends?
Absolutely, I will let you try.
I
would like you to make. If you do that, you can make. So, do you have Featherfall? Are you going to do something to slow your fall?
I'm going to cast Featherfall, yeah.
Okay, then I would say roll. No, I'm just going to let you do that. It's movement, you can move anywhere you'd reasonably want to do. I'd say you could jump reasonably where you'd want to go, especially since you're using Featherfall to guide you. Yeah, you do that.
Okay. Kaius will jump down from the top then, using Featherfall, landing in front of the marrow. He will look up at them and just go, and start cackling maniacally as I cast Darkness, and it starts to roll out from him and covers them.
Okay.
And then, as my bonus action, I will activate my dread form.
Okay, but do they need to see you for the dread form to affect them?
For one aspect of it, but when I hit them, they don't need to see me.
Okay,
But,
cool. Just
yeah.
making sure they didn't need to make a save or be frightened or something like that.
No, I'm just trying to blind them and start my form.
I'll say this, Kaius. Roll me an insight check.
Let's see. I actually rolled good. That's about the only way I could do good on the insight. 19, just flat 19.
19. As you got this close to them, this green glowing ichor coming out of their gills looks unnatural as they all snap their attention to you. And I'll say that that's what you notice in the heat of the moment.
Good to know.
You doing anything else?
Nope. That burns up pretty much all my available actions.
Cool. They're all three going to go after you because they're all within this ball of darkness and you jumped in front of them. It's all going to be with disadvantage. So, I'm just going to use the rolling chat and I'm going to copy and paste this so I can just do it for each attack. First attack is a 14 to hit.
That is a miss.
Second one definitely misses. 10 to hit. So first one burns both his actions. Natural 1 on that, guys. And then another 12. So this Marrow misses. So it's the last Marrow's turn. That 3 definitely makes a miss. That one might hit. Does a 16 hit you?
It would, yes.
Okay. This is going to be his ladder attack, so this is his claws. You take 11 slashing damage.
Nice.
And that is the Marrow's turn. It is now Cora's turn.
I cannot see them. Correct?
No, you cannot. You just see a big ball of shadow now.
I may not be able to help much. However, what I can do, then this round I would like to do the action I wanted to do, which is I can take an action once a day to heal myself 3x my monk level.
Okay.
So let me do that real quick.
You guys are level what?
6.
6, yeah.
And then I would like to ready an action for if one comes out of the dark or gets within reach of Kaius, I want to attack it.
Okay. That thing you did is a Tasha's thing, right? The monk healing?
I think it's a part of my class.
Is it? That was just a standard monk thing.
It is
No worries.
Oh, sorry. No, you're right. It is just a standard monk thing.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Well, you can't ready an action.
Oh, okay.
It's quickened healing. As an action, you could spend 2 key points and roll. Wait, what is it that you did?
So I'm saying I used this as an action. I healed myself as my action, and then all I do is ready an action for if someone else comes out.
If you use an action, you can't ready an action.
I see.
Readying an action is your action.
Okay.
I'm just looking for your healing thing. Is it the quickened healing? As an action, you could spend 2 key points and roll a martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your proficiency bonus. Because you're a open hand, right?
I have you can heal yourself 3x by monk level as an action once a day. It's one of the things that the app just added on as I leveled up. I could go try to find it.
Let's take a look. I'm just curious because I don't.
Because I'm honestly not sure.
That
on
might
it.
be an open hand thing then.
Yeah, it's wholeness of body.
That's right. I was like, that doesn't sound like the Tasha's thing, but it kind of does. So you can do that, yeah. Wholeness of body. Yeah, that's also an action.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do that. You have to finish a long rest before you can use that feature again. But also keep in mind, you can also do the quickened healing. So you have multiple ways to heal yourself.
And what does a quickened healing give?
So that is the optional class features from Tasha's, which, yes, everyone gets all the optional class features from Tasha's. This is as an action, you can spend 2 key points and roll a martial arts die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your proficiency bonus. It's one of
Okay.
those things where it's like, that's expensive for not a lot, depending on what your martial arts die is, but it's like good in a pinch.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really not good until like later levels of monk.
Okay. Okay, then yeah, that's my action, and I'll hold my ground.
Very good. All right, Nud, it is your turn. You are up.
Okay. I can't see them, but I'm gonna make my little hand horn again, and I'm gonna blow whale sound at these chodes in the dark to try to scare them off.
Okay.
I'm gonna upcast that to level 2. Just a little extra punch.
So what they need to roll? What is it? A wisdom save?
It's only one that is within range to hear me, and it needs to make a wisdom save.
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can only target one.
That is a failure. Flat 10.
Yes. All right.
Okay. You don't see anything for a moment, but then all of a sudden you see a shape move out of the darkness and then hear a splash as one jumps into the water to get away.
Perfect.
There are now 2 marrow left.
Takes 15 psychic damage for what that's worth.
Very good. So noted. All right. It is now Kaius's turn. There are 2 left. Pretty wounded.
Cool. Okay, I guess just from the darkness, he's gonna reach out and touch one of them, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
All right. Roll to hit.
24.
Kaius, would you like to describe how you kill this thing?
At least the sound it makes from your weird darkness.
Yeah, I'd say Kaius can see it.
So it would just, like, legions would just open up all over the body and black tendrils would come out, and then, like, so much so that he would just, like, explode, and everyone else would just see, like, the green goo just, like, kind of splatter out from the darkness.
Yeah, very much so. You see like a spray of this glowing green ichor come across the deck from where this black darkness orb is.
He'll just cackle maniacally as he does that.
Truly horrifying. Are you doing anything else?
That will be my turn.
All right. This other marrow in here does not know what happened, but it doesn't sound good. So he's just gonna roll to attack. Still with disadvantage. Nope, 12 to hit. That doesn't hit. And that might hit. 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Even with the shield, I don't think I could stop that.
3. 11 slashing damage. And that is his turn.
Got it.
It is now Cora's turn. Who is on mute?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I still can't see the guy, right?
You cannot. And it looks like, for the most part, the crew has finished mopping up these marrow. There's just a few stragglers that they're being killed. Some of the crew are wounded, but it doesn't look like anybody on the crew has died. Only 1 or 2 marrows look like they've died on the deck as well.
Okay. Are we still technically in combat?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll ready an action for if anything comes close to us.
Okay.
But to Knud, she'll ask any ideas what those were?
Well, then
That's
it'll be Knud's turn.
Other than ugly, no, couldn't say.
I would like my other than ugly phrase to magically echo and hit this last guy. With another
Okay.
Dissonant whispers.
All right. That is another failure. You again see this thing rush out of the darkness. And I believe, Kaius, if you want to have an opportunity attack, you can.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, do you have Warcaster, or are you just...
I'm just swinging out with a dagger.
Cool.
He takes 6 psychic damage
Okay.
as I spook him away.
Roll
16 to hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
One.
1. You slice into it. You feel it slice. Doesn't do much more than graze it as it jumps off of the deck into the water. And now combat would come to a close.
I will drop my dread form first, and then I'll also drop darkness, and Kaius will just be standing there, covered in like the guts and blood of the.
Okay. I'm getting echo from you from Cora.
Oh, hold on, sorry.
Sorry, we're having to play in the same spot
No,
today.
no worries. It hasn't been an issue so far, so.
Yeah, we've been trying to like strategically mute ourselves.
Oh, nice. I gotcha. But easily enough. You drop your form, you drop the shadow. There is a dead marrow on the deck in front of you, and looks like another one somewhere else on the deck, but for the most part, it looks like the crew is hurt but intact. It looks like the other marrow, when they were hurt, also ran. Captain comes up to you both, comes up to all 3 of you. Well, I'd say you more than earned your passage. Definitely earned that gold back and then some.
That is highly appreciated. Any ideas what that is?
Oh, the marrow? Yeah, they're disgusting creatures. They're sick. There's something wrong with them. They don't typically attack. I have been attacked by them twice now. This will be the third time, rather. I don't know if I'm wondering if it has to do with the color of my ship. They seem to be attracted to things that are green, which is why they're here out in this sea. The glowing rocks, which is why we think they're sick. We don't know what they do with them, but the rocks are, as I'm sure you know, toxic. They do something with them in the handling of them that causes them to get sick.
I see. Should we be prepared for more attacks?
No, it's in the past few months I've only been accosted a couple times. That was the biggest kind of attack we've had, and I plan on painting this boat as soon as I get into Croyparthus if they have the ability to do that.
Probably a good idea.
We'll probably be docked there for a while as they do that, if that's all right with you. I know we said we'd move right on, but I think in lieu of this, I'd like to make sure we're a bit safer.
I suppose that's all right. We'll look at the other members of the crew. Our crew.
I'm sure your friend below deck would appreciate a few extra days on land as well.
You're probably correct.
Well,
Doc, I was under the impression that these green rocks were all right as long as they were wet.
in water, yeah. That they're not usually toxic. If they're submerged, like I said, we don't know what they do with them. They could be touching them barehanded. They could be eating them for all I know. But whatever they're doing with them, it's causing them to get sick and rabid. Like most things, it's a useful tool, but if you don't know how to properly handle it, it's not going to be good for you. Like, take lead, for example. There's a reason hatters don't use lead to line hats for measurements anymore.
You know, I've chewed my share of paint chips back in the day.
Well, you wear it well?
Hey, cheers, man.
She'll kind of like fall back into her militarial stance and thread her fingers behind her back and say, well, I suppose if you need us to help out in a guard, let us know.
No, I think as long as we're not attacked directly, we should be good, but appreciated. We shouldn't have to deal with that again, but I'd say for now, rest below deck. The wounded will go below deck as well, and we should hopefully be in Croyparthus by tomorrow evening.
Very well. Thank you, Captain.
Of course.
Cora will head below deck for a much-needed rest. Before you healed her, actually, Nud, she was at two health. That's why I was like, I get the fuck out of there.
Nice.
I really seesawed through that whole thing. Like, I healed, I took a lot, so I had a hell of a time. I don't think I ever got that low, though.
No. I did like that I could, like, go back and forth on the ship, though.
It's not a huge ship. You have, like, full reign of it, but, I mean, you are limited to the space of the ship.
I know. I need to do that more as a monk in fights. Just keep moving, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna go below deck and sing a song of healing that is sort of an ode to Savet, telling the story of how he stabbed a black serpent and made it his symbol. It's like a folk song. Try that.
Okay.
Ease the recovery of...
Roll me a performance check.
I'm good at this. Five.
You quite easily recall a very common ballad of this great serpent, this great serpent that was killed. Rumors of where it was killed. Everyone likes to claim it was in their lands. Some claim its body forms the rolling hills of Elgrest. Some claim that its body broke and lay and formed the safe passages throughout Krissune, and some like to believe it lies beneath the frozen lakes in Sanduuin. But easily enough, you recount this tale and entertain the crew and give them some peace of mind. Would anyone like to do anything else?
I mean, other than rest, I think Cora will be good for the night.
Okay. I'm assuming everyone else is also going to rest.
I'm turned in.
Between the rocking waves, the occasional belly aching from Zen, you all manage to find a somewhat restful sleep. Knud, while you dream, you have a very strange dream. You are walking on the roads of Elgrest, and suddenly you're on a rowboat being rowed by these two creatures. You can't really make them out. They're small is the only thing you can tell. And then suddenly you find yourself being rowed by them in a swamp. And then the swamp breaks and everything is covered in fog. And as the fog clears, you see something looming in the distance. It is a sword the size of a building. Hundreds of feet tall. It has to be a statue of some sort. Or you'd think, before you look and see what the sword is resting in the earth. As this corpse, the skeletal corpse of a giant serpent, lay coiled around the swamp. And little lights dot around, and you realize that there are buildings built and strewn about the inside of this monster. And you wake up.
Buildings are inside the corpse.
Yeah, so like building, like imagine like the rib cage of
Right.
this snake, and like there are buildings like around it, not built within the ribs itself, but like attached to it, like adhered to it, and around it on stilts in the water of the swamp.
Interesting. Whose borders does this fall under?
No one's.
This isn't
Ooh.
like independent non-kingdom island.
Correct. So if you look at the map, it is on the very bottom of the map, the Parthas
Right.
Isles. It would be between Elgrest and Krissune, like, perfectly, but it's, out in the Emerald Sea.
Is it
And
disputed, or is it mostly uninhabited, or what's kind of the...
there's a small, it's the Parthas Isles. Croy Parthas is the one town, village on the island that's inhabited. People that aren't accepted elsewhere typically go here. Think of it sort of like Australia, where people are like colonial Australia, where people that are like, I need to get away, or like, they go, like, criminals and stuff like that can go there. People just looking to be accepted somewhere go there. If they don't feel like they can make the trip to Sanduuin, or couldn't make it in Sanduuin with civilized folk. There's a lot of rumors surrounding Croy Parthas. Not many people typically go here to hang out. In fact, this ship is an oddity that it said that it makes regular passings here.
So should we be worried about lowlights?
You can be if you'd like to be.
Alright.
I would say that you, Cora, specifically, would probably have grown up with that assumption.
We're all about prejudice here.
Well, it's not so much prejudice as that's the rumors that people who are trying to get away from the Empire's rule, but don't want to go to Elgrest or Sanduuin, typically will make the danger. It's dangerous to go out to the Parthas Isles. You have to make a sea voyage, so you got to find someone willing to take you. And then it's across the Emerald Sea, which is fairly dangerous. You have to weave in and out of these smaller islands before getting to Kroi Parthas. So it's not easy.
Alright. Also, that meme is the only thing I heard when you said it's dangerous.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Oh, that's your wrinkled dick again.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah, ready if you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. The next day greets you. Again, so does Zen's seasickness.
Poor gnome.
Halfling.
Halfling. Fuck.
Gnomes are extinct. But, easily enough, unless you guys have anything you'd like to do on the ship.
I reckon I'm going to be looking for a place we can settle on solid land for a little while.
Okay. Coming into view, small rocks jutting out of the water, but the ship nimbly and with great care weaves in and out before resting on a very small dock. A thick tree line between the rest of the island and the beach you see before you that this dock rests on. There is 2 individuals on this dock already waiting. One is hunched over small, a species you've never seen before. Maybe you've never seen before. Big shell, hunched over with a cane. Big, wide-brimmed straw or palm tree hat. This is a turtle humanoid of some sort, with many blue and red sort of tribalistic paintings on the shell front and back. Behind him, standing at a good 7, maybe 8 feet tall, in this mishmash of rusted plate, bark strapped with vine and rope, with a big elk horned helmet, is an individual with a great sword resting on their back, just standing behind this turtle man, its face hidden behind its helmet.
Do we know these people? I say, looking over to my group.
as yet. We just got here. Hey, that's an ocean. Let's go get to know him.
Captain steps up as you say that. I'm going to talk to them first, make introductions, and then you can meet them.
Who are they?
They're well, I don't know who the bigger one is. He simply goes by the Guardian. I'm told that's what he goes by. And then the other one is the village elder.
Hands are yours.
Just give me a moment and I'll make introductions and hopefully you'll be invited on shore. Typically we don't go into the village, but we've harbored some goodwill, so we'll see. He steps off and walks up to the individuals. His crew begins taking off supplies. They talk a while before the captain motions for you all to step off of the boat and join him.
All right, I'm gonna head right over.
This is the village elder, Elder Gribble, and the Guardian. They have agreed to host all of us for the next few days.
Much obliged. Cool, Guardian. No,
Oh, you're welcome.
anything I can do to be of service, while we impose on your hospitality.
What can you do?
Oh,
Gribble.
can do all kinds of things. I'm well learned in
Like what?
storytelling and mythology from the mainland.
Oh.
I do massages.
Do that. Oh, do that one too.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite at your leisure.
Oh, good. Okay. Follow me.
He turns very slowly,
Oh no.
walk towards the tree line. Not as slow as a turtle, but definitely like...
He's old.
You know what? Yeah, he's an old guy. You know, like when you walk and someone walks a little bit slower than you, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
Cora
that.
experiences that all the time.
Yeah, it's that. It's that, but for the smaller folk, and for you, Cora, it's like someone cast a slow spell on your party.
Oh my- Cora will wait for them to get 3 steps ahead and then take a step and just repeat that.
I heard someone of your friends is sick.
Yeah.
The
We got.
she didn't take too well to her.
Oh, ocean sickness or something else?
I think it's just the motion of the ocean that's thrown her off her feet.
That means 2 things.
Yeah, doesn't it just? In this case, it's literal.
Oh. Well, she could stay in the cabins, the guest cabins.
Thank you. Can I be carrying an unconscious Zen?
We'll say that the crew will help her later.
Okay.
Get into the cabin, or you guys can go back later and once you get the cabin and know it's safe, can go get her and just put her there. So when she starts playing next time, she'll start basically from the cabin. Basically oh shit, I don't remember quick saving here. Eventually you break the tree line. And you see a small village, such as it is. A lot of houses, all in the same style. Slanted roofs and walls made of just simple wood. Smooth round stones on top of the roof, the slatted roofs, looking like they help keep them in place. They're simple in construction, but serviceable. They're not ramshackle. They're not, castaway huts. They're houses. They're well made, just simple. A lot of vegetation. Looks like a lot of gardens, personal gardens. Something that does strike you that's odd is the people, the denizens of this small town. You see things that look human, but also not bestial-like. You see small frog people. Some of you may know them as Krung. You see lizard folk, not dragonborn, definitely distinct from dragonborn lizard folk. The odd minotaur or two, turtles, and even the odd tiefling or half-orc or other races that you're used to seeing on the mainland. Going about their business. Couple stop and stare at you, newcomers. But seeing you with the Elder and the Guardian trailing behind all of you, quickly move about their business.
Would you like to go to the guest cabins first?
Yeah, we should probably deposit our friend here.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be much appreciated.
Mhm.
If there's, like a town center or a watering hole or somewhere people like to hang out, point us.
Just take the slide.
Slide.
Yes.
And you see, he points, you see it looks like a tree that got cut straight in half down the middle and then hollowed out with water being poured down it from somewhere.
Kaius will immediately just yay and start running over to the slide.
Oh, okay, bye-bye. There's always one.
We're going to then, in that case, split the party.
I was gonna say, Cora looks at that with distaste.
It's good for the grung and turtles, but everyone can use it. It's fun. It's quick. Going up sucks.
Looks like a party.
Okay. A party it is. Tonight party.
Yeah, you said it, buddy.
Tonight?
Guardian tonight party.
Oh,
This
we certainly
big-
don't need anything like that.
Turn around, this big hulking figure just like slowly puts a hand up and then just slowly puts a thumb up.
Cool Guardian says it's cool.
Hey,
Oh no.
style guardian.
Party.
I'll be there with bells on.
Okay, you don't have to. With the bells. But okay.
Eventually, he takes you to this cabin. There are two cabins kind of side by side. It looks like, for the most part, the crew is in one, and you are all in the other, with the exception of the captain and his first mate. Looks like they'll be sharing that cabin with you. Simple beds, simple bed frames with cots inlaid, as Zen is put into one. The first mate volunteering to stay with her while you, the cat, and the captain go about the town and your business. I would say at this point, like, you would have known the first mate. He's been the one basically treating Zen. He has some medical training
Oh,
and
good.
experience, so he's been taking care of her as best he can. It's seasickness, so it's not like, there's much he can do, but... and we'll cut to Kaius. You have jumped down this water slide. You are going fast down this water slide. Would you like to make me an acrobatics check?
Could I fold my arms in and like turn myself into a little torpedo and just go down this thing with complete and utter reckless abandon?
Okay, would you like to roll that with disadvantage then, or would you just like to fail it willingly, or?
Yeah, I'll just fail it willingly. I don't see him super
Cool.
trying to stop this.
No worries. You are going down this thing fucking wicked fast, picking up speed. Faces shoot like looks like as you go by in a blur. As you suddenly get to the bottom and skip across the water like a stone, eventually landing and stopping in a big pool of water in the center of this village.
Just take a minute to float there in the water before he swims himself up.
It's pretty far back to shore, but it's like a small, I wouldn't say lake. It's like in between like a small lake and a pond. But you
As he surfaces,
there.
he'll just... It was fun.
You see, as you look around, there are multiple slides entering this body of water here in the center of town.
How many?
Several different directions. Let's say 5.
It is now Kaius's goal to ride each one today.
You see there's a little animal next to each of them. They're all named. You came down the mongoose.
Wonderful. I
Just
will
for
turn
fun.
to the one to the left of the mongoose and start swimming towards it.
Okay, so it's actively being used as transportation. So to use this slide, you'd have to go up up basically the hills into the village and find out where the top of this thing is. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, like I don't mean like swimming like right in front of it. Like I'm just like swimming to.
Okay, you're gonna
general
go.
direction.
Okay, so you're gonna go through the town and go to the top.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Then
is
we'll
this is what Kaius is gonna do today.
Okay, we'll cut back to everybody else then as you do that. We'll say that you would pass them on your way as well.
He will be like running to it and giggling like a fool.
Oh, he's doing the full circuit.
Yep.
Hey, good on you
That's
guys.
a good man. Does he want to live here? Is it permanent? You guys living here permanent? In the chairs?
No.
Not
Oh,
on this trip, but
okay. Well, you're welcome to. Everyone that wants to can live here.
hey, that's real cool of you, man. I like the way you run this
Right,
show.
Guardian? Right, Guardian?
The Guardian puts a hand up, but doesn't do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. He does like the in the middle.
Oh, he said maybe.
Hey, that's only fair.
No dicks.
Good policy.
Don't be an asshole.
Right.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I could really use a bite to eat.
Oh, food. Okay. This way.
Oh my god.
He takes you to like another like building. Like it's like this one's more closer to a shack.
As we're walking, could I roll like an insight to see if he's a monk?
Okay, sure.
I want to know what I'm dealing with. That's all.
I'm assuming you mean the elder.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously.
Yeah. Hey,
No,
there's a
the guy in armor.
There's a guy with a big greatsword behind you. I mean, that could be a monk weapon via new rules.
I guess that's true.
He jumps in the air and kicks the greatsword at you. Joke's on you! I was a monk the whole time.
15.
This is a super old dude, and you don't think he could fight at all.
Yeah, but you know Yoda.
He is not Yoda.
All right.
He is like, you're like, oh, is this a secret master of like, you know, like you've been trained to like look out for people that are like hiding their true talents. This is
Yeah.
straight up a crazy old turtle man. Like, I'll say with your insight, like the splotches of paint on his shell don't look random.
What do you mean they don't look random?
They look like they're not paint. They look like his shell is etched and then like paint was inlaid into it, and it looks like they have some sort of glyphs or like tell a story or some kind. Think of like hieroglyphics or like think of Skyrim, how like they have like the walls with like pictographs that like depict like a legend or a story or something like that. It's like that. But it's hard to make out with what
Okay.
exactly the story is, where it starts, what's going on, while he's moving around and shit.
Okay. I'll make a note of wanting to observe that at the apparent dinner celebration we're gonna have.
Is anyone else doing anything as you guys walk to this food place?
I'm just gonna follow him.
Okay, so you get to this. This one is more closer to a shack. It's still got the slanted roof, but it slants back the other way, and it has an open front face. And it's sort of like a bar area, like to sit at. There is some seating that goes out of it as well, where it looks like simple meals are being served.
This is the canteen. It's not a very good name.
Thank you. This looks great.
It's okay.
Say, this hot spot where I could set up, offer massages to passersby.
Sure. It's a bit weird, but okay.
I'm gonna see if I can put up just a sign that says, free massages.
Free massages?
Free
Okay,
for weary
roll me.
travelers.
Oh god. I need you to roll me a... Oh god. Relief for weary travelers. I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
Uh, 23.
Okay. Couple people eye the sign. Eventually, one of these sort of like, these beast-like looking humans, female, you can see like her canines sticking out of her like mouth, kind of like out of her lips, almost like orc tusks, but they're clearly just canines. Her pupils are not normal; they're not just rounded. They are like a cat's or like a predator's. Wild, like auburn hair. And she steps up to your little sign. Are you some kind of pervert?
No, I'm classically trained.
Oh, shame. She walks away.
Perhaps you should have said yes, as she's like eating whatever, like chips or fries nearby.
Maybe the next one. Hey,
That was a joke. Please
if you
don't.
want to be my
As
first
you say that-
customer, maybe just kind of break the seal on this place.
As you say that, a minotaur walks up. Is this a what is this like what is this that you're doing? This thing?
Oh, just sort of a free sample to advertise my services.
Oh, you moving here is like a what's the word? Masseuse? Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, that's just one of my many skills, but I figure hardworking folk use a little bit of relaxation and rest and help me get to know the place,
Cool.
He fully will take a massage from you.
All right. I'm gonna full like deep tissue. He's a minotaur, right? So I'll.
Yeah, he's fucking huge and you're tiny. So I'd like you to roll me what would you like to roll for this? What do you feel is appropriate? I'd say you could do performance. You could maybe do something with dex.
I like to think of it as a form of performance because I'm gonna like talk him through it
Then-
to try to
then,
help him
yeah.
relax and
Sure.
bring out some.
Cora is
Correct
just watching
emotions.
this so entertained.
For sure.
Natural 20, so that's a 31.
Natural 20. Okay, would you like to ask, or when you're talking to this person, are you trying to gain any information? Are you trying to like just find out about his life?
This is my specialty, so I'm just like, I'm feeling his muscles, and I'm like, oh, there's tension here. This goes all the way back to your childhood, and just like, give him the works.
He openly weeps as you find out about his awful childhood.
Yeah. You know, it's not easy. But hey, never forget you're beautiful.
He's like openly, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good idea to do little stretches like this and like so. It'll really help you hang on to the relief that you had here.
Okay, do you want to...
He like sniffs the wipes and says,
Do you want to have dinner with us tonight? Me and my wife?
Well, I can't say no. There is gonna be kind of a shindig. I'd hate for you to miss it.
oh, a shindig? A party?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
A party,
Elder
yes!
Gribble and the Guardian
Where's the
said
turtle
they'd,
been?
He's hanging out over like by you eating food.
Oh.
Which they bring out, it's like there's like a corn mash and then some sort of like a grilled I'm trying to think, like there's like grilled fruit. And there is some sort of like white meat, like chicken or rabbit. We'll say chicken. With that,
Sounds
the
really good.
Minotaur thanks you. His name is Yaris, Yarris. You can put him down as a friend.
A very personal friend, apparently.
Yeah. I have to add him into the NPC list. Yaris Minotaur got a nat 20 massage from Knud.
I
So
feel like
now-
we should.
Now he exists in permanence now.
I feel like we should be able to call in a favor for that, for how good the massage was.
You're dying in like a battlefield in another part of the country, and like all of a sudden over the cliffs you see fucking Yaris.
Exactly.
He's like, I'm here! He immediately gets murdered.
Oh, I'm not a fighter, I'm a farmer. Oh, fucked up.
I fucked up. You assumed.
You thought I was a warrior, cause I'm a minotaur. Shame on you.
Fucking racist.
You guys are dicks. Except you, Nud, we're still cool. Ah, I'm dead.
Fully would love for that to happen.
Jesus. Maybe we need a wish. That'll happen with our wish.
If you can wish. Or if you find the deck of many things and pull the warrior card, he shows up and he's like, oh shit, I retired, what the fuck is this?
You dicks.
God damn it.
You guys suck.
Amazing.
But Kaius, I'll say by midday you get another 2 slides. You get the blue dart frog slide and the yellow monkey slide. I should have just done, you know what? I have names for these slides. We'll do that right now. Here we go. Let's see.
What's the name of this town again?
Croi Parthus. Croi Parthus. Let me. Yeah, Croi Parthus is the actual town name. Let's see. All right. Here are the names of the slides. We're retconning the previous ones I said. Here they are. There are 5 slides. There is the Red Jaguar, the Blue Barracuda, the Green Monkey, the Purple Parrot, and the Silver Snake.
What 3 have I been on?
You have been on the Red Jaguar, the Blue Barracuda, and the Green Monkey. So you still have to get on the Purple Parrot and the Silver Snake.
I start heading to the Purple Parrot.
All right. Inspiration, anyone who could tell me what that's a reference to.
Like the Purple Parrot, or all of them?
All of those are from a thing.
I don't think I know it.
It'll be a D12 of inspiration. I'd be super impressed if anybody could get it. That's okay. I'll just tell you. It's from Legends of the Hidden Temple. If anybody remembers that show.
I do not.
Maybe this will help.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I remember that show.
It was a Nickelodeon
Yeah.
live action fucking game show called Legends of the Hidden Temple. Go through
Yeah,
the
and they
temple
had to,
doors. Yeah, through
they had
the
to get
temple
all the-
doors. Past the slide.
Right.
So good. And that was Olmec, the Guardian. Anyway. What would you like to do next?
Is this Kaius?
Anybody.
Okay.
I think we'll stop before the party, so that way Zen can show up for the party.
Okay.
I think my goal is
Go ahead.
partly just to kind of get to know these people and put my name out there and try to foster some goodwill, and also just very, very casually out if there's any chance of another ship coming through or us getting passage further east.
Okay, roll me another performance check.
$27.
27. Okay, couple things happen. You find out about ships. You find out that the Green Gull is kind of like it's the only regular ship that comes. There are occasional ships that will dock if they need it, or will occasionally come to barter for goods on the island. Typically like their jewelry and like precious gems and stuff like that they can gather here, but for the most part, Green Gull is the only one that's a regular. So there's a chance a ship could come, but there's no way of knowing. It's not regular. They can go months without seeing a ship. The other thing you find out is that a lot of the people here, while there are some that like who originated here, like who have been here for a couple generations, a lot of people here have come in the last 15, anywhere from like 5 to the last 15 years, and it's just settled here. It seems to be a relaxing sort of life away from politics and everything like that. There are dangers on the island. You're warned about not to venture too far out of town. There are things out there that are very, very dangerous, especially to the eastern part of the island. They specifically tell you to not go east. And then a third thing happens, which is that one bestial-like woman comes back for a massage.
Would there be time in the day after I do the slides to try and sell some spell scrolls?
Okay.
I also, while he's doing that, want to do something.
Okay.
But you can come back to me.
I will come back to you, so we'll do Kaius first. Kaius, two things. One is I want you to roll me a check. It can be persuasion, it could be insight, arcana, something to roll to see if anyone here is interested in buying your scrolls. I would just have to make sense. So if you want to roll something specific, just tell me what you're rolling and why you want to roll that.
Probably Arcana, A, because it's my best stat, and B, because I think that would be his best way of finding someone that might be interested.
Okay, absolutely. So roll Arcana. The other thing is you're very sunburnt.
Wunderbar.
You went to a water park and did not bring sunscreen. It will not hurt you mechanically, it's just a funny image.
15.
15. You find that there are people who are like, sure, I'll trade you, but like, they live on an island. They don't necessarily have gold.
Trade me what?
But you like, they've got things like jewelry and or food or stuff like that. But you do find that there is a, for lack of a better term, we'll call them like a shaman. They are Croiparthus's sort of like resident shaman. She is a centaur named Ula. I'm writing this down as well. She is willing to. She doesn't have gold, but she is willing to trade you. She also has spells she could potentially teach you.
Yes, please.
That may assist you. So, what scrolls do you have?
I have 2 shield scrolls, 1 fog scroll, and 1 grease scroll.
Okay, so she is willing to take one of the shield scrolls, the grease scroll, and you said it's fog?
Uh-huh.
Fog cloud.
Yeah, fog.
Fog cloud, okay. She's not interested in fog cloud, but she is interested in the other 2. And so I will tell you what spell she can teach you. Just a moment. She can either teach you a level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells. I will write down what the spells are, so that way you can look over them. So one is Absorb Elements. There is Charm Person. There is Detect Magic. There is Ice Knife. is Thunderwave for the first level spells. For the second level spells, she has Earthbind. Sorry, it's taking me a minute. Trying to see what spells she would have. Earthbind and Warding Wind.
Morning plan. I gotta think on these. Can we go to someone else while I think?
Yeah, you can think on them. No worries. All right, Cora, what did you want to do?
Okay. So, while I'm eating with this very old portal, she'll lean forward and say,
One moment. Kaius, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
there we go. She'll lean forward and say, I wonder if you perhaps could tell me the story that your shell depicts.
No, I don't think I want to. It's long and it's boring.
I mean, it must have been interesting enough to etch into your shell.
I'm the elder, I have to.
I see.
Maybe if you live here, I'll tell you. Or maybe later at the party. If everyone's interested, I don't want to have to repeat it. It's super long.
Very well. I can respect that.
Is that cool?
Of course.
Okay, thanks.
She'll just eat in silence then.
Alright, is anyone doing anything else?
I am pretty happy with my day.
Alright, I think then that is a good place to stop our game, and we'll pick up at the party.